Ottawa's decision to cut an independent advisory panel came under attack again today. The National Roundtable on the Environment and the Economy was axed in the omnibus budget bill. But you might be surprised who called the government out this time. The CBC's Margaret McDermott explains.
It's events like this, extreme weather linked to climate change, that can cost taxpayers and businesses millions of dollars. For 2 decades, the National Roundtable has advised the government on the link between the environment and the economy. Today, politicians join past and present members, including scientists and business people, to warn that shutting down the Roundtable is a big mistake.
Stephen Harper puts other priorities, I think, ahead of the environment, and I think that's a mistake.
Former Conservative MP Bob Mills has become an unexpected critic of his own party's plans to axe the Roundtable. He says it provides crucial, non-partisan advice to the Harper government on creating a greener economy.
If you're smart, you surround yourself with really smart people. And if you're dumb, you surround yourself with a bunch of cheerleaders. We don't need cheerleaders.
This is the second time in as many weeks that former Conservative politicians have criticized the environmental cuts in the federal budget. Last week, 4 former fisheries ministers, 2 of them Tories, wrote an open letter to the Prime Minister. In it, they said, there is genuine public concern over the perceived threat this legislation poses to the health of Canada's environment. Today, the Environment Minister said the Roundtable has outlived its usefulness.
When it was created a quarter of a century ago, there were very few sources of policy advice on the relationship between the environment and the economy. That is not the case today. And this, Mr. Speaker, is $5 million that can be better spent elsewhere.
In fact, the government is redirecting $8 million to monitor how environmental charities spend their money. The Prime Minister defended that during his trip to Paris.
If it's the case that we're spending on organizations that are doing things contrary to government policy, I think that is an inappropriate use of taxpayers' money, and we'll look to eliminate it.
Later this month, the Roundtable will release one of its final reports on how Canada is meeting its climate change goals, a report actually requested by the federal government. Meanwhile, Amanda, as difficult as it might be, the opposition parties will try to amend the federal budget to stop the Roundtable from being cut.
All right. Thanks so much, Mark.